Hey YouTube, what's going on? ZeroMagnumX here. I noticed a lot of you guys are actually giving my previews views, which thank you for. Like I said in my last video, there's not much for Yu-Gi-Oh going on in my area, and well, it is what it is. However, I am back with more Avacyn Restored previews. These things are actually pretty good. This first up is going to be the promo just for playing in the pre-release event. I have to say, that's pretty awesome. Okay, the equipped creature gets first strike. It's 4 equip and then 4 to play. But whenever it just attacks the creature, that is, you put a 4/4 white angel creature token on the battlefield. I think it kind of outweighs the mana cost for the benefit after rotations. I don't think it's going to be used that much right now, but I think come post rotations, it's going to be really good. That's my speculation at least, and I'm glad it's as powerful as it seems. Next is called Killing Wave. This is a full art promo, the game day promo for the top 8. It says for each creature its controller sacrifices it unless he or she pays X life. So basically, it works from what I can tell like this, okay? You pay the mana, and you say sacrifice each creature on the board, or you lose that much life. The fun part about this card, though, okay, is that I'm going to get to it, is that it is her. If you make a black-white deck, okay, so she's next. Players can't pay life or sacrifice creatures to cast spells or abilities. So basically, they can't stop themselves from sacrificing creatures for 1 black if she's on the board. That's something to consider, guys. I mean, that's pretty sickeningly good, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think Tokens is going to pick that up right away. Because the non-black creatures you control get +1/+1, so she's a 4-drop. She's the 3rd anthem for tokens. Okay, straight up. I mean, outside of vampires from Sorin, but hey, I can't complain. Sorin tokens usually end up being 1/1s or 2/2s anyway. Anyway, so she's an anthem, turn 4 for that. And, in black-white tokens, Killing Wave allows you to just go sacrifice all creatures if you really need to nuke the field. So it gives it really an efficient 1-drop nuke. I have to say I'm pretty impressed that can go off. Next up is the Restoration Angel, which I talked about, I believe. When she enters the battlefield, exile target non-angel creature you control and then return to the battlefield, so it activates all your blinking abilities that you want to do, dodge removal, all kinds of silly stuff. Okay, same with Paladin, I mentioned him. Okay, here's a newer one. Latch Seeker is a 3/1 unblockable spirit. Now, at first glance, this isn't a good card. Okay, for one, it's got 1 toughness, so Tragic Slip says, what's up? But I think if you can get... Now, keep in mind, I'm not suggesting this for a deck right now, but maybe, post-rotations. Depends on what Ravnica has, depends on what M13 has. But maybe get Drogskol Captain onto the board and then get this onto the board. You could have a 4/2 flyer with a 2/2 flyer, and this is hexproof. In all honesty, it's pretty good for sealed. I don't see it going beyond sealed. I might be surprised, though. I mean, it's 3/1 unblockable. So, we'll see what happens. Okay, Craterhoof Behemoth. He's interesting. He's got haste. He costs 8. 3 green, 5 any. It says when he enters the battlefield, your creatures get +X/+X and trample, where X is the number of creatures you control. What I hope to see is that elves make a comeback. So then this guy's really effective. I think it's time for Elf Tribal to come back, as it's been gone for like a format or 2. And seeing this makes me think that it might be around the corner in M13, and even maybe Ravnica or whatever it is. Sorry, I'm Not the greatest on old set names. Ravensa might be. I'm not sure. But anyway, this would be really, really great for any elf deck, I have to say, especially if it's standard. And you can pump out that 8 mana and just drop him, and all your little, like, 1/1 or 2/2 L's become huge. That's what I see him going in. Druids Repository is pretty amazing, I'm not going to lie. You might, okay, this is a key word here, see blue-green control with this. Somebody's bound to try it. So that you play Druids Repository for it, and then just to go to town. Thing is in lands decks like, you know, red-green aggro, and in decks like Wolf Ramp Run, and other silly decks like that, even Nyapod, this card is ridiculous. So I can't wait to see what people are going to do with it. I mean, it's a 3-drop sitting enchantment that gives you mana when you attack. It's really silly. Like, it's balanced, but it's silly. Take my word for it. Okay, so I think that's it for the... Oh, no. Never mind. Not quite it. Okay, the next one is Temporal Mastery. You take an extra turn after this one for 7, but if you get its miracle, it's 2. At first, this looks like a supremely amazing and powerful card, but if it clogs your hand, it can be trouble, and I don't really see it being used in anything but Delver. Maybe Control. Okay, they finally released Griselbrand, who's supposed to be opposite of Avacyn, and personally, Avacyn's just better. I mean, he's another 8-drop, but he's 7/7, pays 7 life, draws 7 cards, flying lifelink. So yeah, he might be a cool general if you could find a way to cheat him into play, but outside of that, I don't think he's too impressive. Okay, we have Banishing Stroke, which for 6 is an instant that it turns a artifact, creature, enchantment to the bottom of the library, but its miracle cost 1. This might see play, I don't know yet. I'll have to see. It's pretty efficient to rid you of artifacts and enchantments. Creatures kind of okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. Okay, Demonic Taskmaster is actually one of the more legit cards of the set. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is because it's mono black, and the wording on his text says, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature other than Demonic Taskmaster. So for 3 for a 4/3, if you can spam these guys out, you're in good shape, because they won't be able to sacrifice each other, and you could have 4 of them on the field if you got ever so lucky and would be able to just play it out. And if you play a Heartless deck, which this is the fun part, it's a 1-drop for a 3/2 with flying. That's pretty amazing. Okay, Cloudshift is exile creature you control and return it to the battlefield under your control, so it blinks. Howgeist was okay. He's just basically, you can't block him if you have guys weaker than him, and he has Undying. He's a basic uncommon. Joint Assault, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, where if it's paired with another creature and they both get +2/+2. So it can be kind of nice. I mean, if you're running green, I don't know how many green cards are going to have Soul Bond, but we'll see. And guys, that's something I want to say. It is Soul Bond, not Bound. Read it. So many people are calling it Soul Bound because that's what people expect, but it's actually Soul Bond. And then I believe Wingcrafter was the last one. Let me double check here. Yeah. Okay, because the angel got big. Alright. Wingcrafter here, Soul Bond. Basically it and something else has flying. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. Okay, so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this other Avacyn Restored preview list and thoughts on it. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace, YouTube.